What's awesome about this? You look at this picture, and these guys, and they put everything up. There's stats on here. You look at him standing next to his dad. Justin is 6'5", 260 pounds, and John's 5'8", 180.
Yeah.
How did that happen? That's one heck of a gene pool. Look at that dude right there. He looks like a WWF wrestler. Look at him. That dude would whip all four of our asses right now.
In a heartbeat. I bet he can't outrun me.
With your back, I'm gonna bet on him. I love it. But just a great kid.
Favorite movie.
Great family.
What's his favorite movie?
Days of Thunder.
Yep. And, of course, John, being a hockey player, has Slapshot.
Yeah.
That's one thing about people that know about John. A lot of people don't know about John. He's a former hockey player, and he will. When it comes down to it, he'll dot your I's.
Yeah. If he was a hockey player, he will.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, it's cool to see these guys. We got to spend some time up there with his parents at the Victory Visit, and
very nice people.
Much like Justin, very humble, very easy to talk to. Got a great outlook on life, and it was fun to hang out with those guys. They're just really good people, and want to wish those guys the best. Guys, we're at 8:30. We're going to go into our final commercial break of the evening. We'll be right back in about 4.5 minutes for our final break of the night here on Northwest Dirt News from the Jetstream Aqua Massage Studio.
Do you wake up in the morning in a slump? Looking for a new career or change of pace? Well, let Northwest Trucking Academy be your source. Dave Stahl and his team of highly experienced instructors will give you the skills you need. Whether you have no idea what the brake pedal is or you just need a refresher course, Northwest Trucking Academy will give you a customized training program to meet your needs. In as little as 4 weeks, you can be on your way across the country with your new career. Located on Highway 99 in Tangent, Oregon, Northwest Trucking Academy will get you ready for a new, fast-paced, and highly rewarding career. Give them a call at 541-248-3461 or look them up online at nwtruckingacademy.com. Classes start the first Monday of every month, and don't forget to use promo code MOXIE. That's MOXIE, and receive $100 off your tuition.
Jetstream Aqua Massage, located in the Heritage Mall, is your answer for the relaxation you've been looking for. Our massage beds will help you with stress, anxiety, increase circulation, muscle tension, improve sleep, pain reduction, decrease muscle spasms, increase your range of motion, and help with the everyday aches and pains of life. And at only $1 per minute, we'll save you time and money. 20 minutes in one of our machines is equal to 1 hour of traditional massage. We have gift certificates available for the perfect stocking stuffers. All TENS units are on sale now, and don't forget your BioFreeze. Jetstream Aqua Massage. It's not just a massage, it's an experience.
Crocker's Cars is located on Santiam Highway across the street from Walmart in Lebanon, Oregon. We've been providing the finest pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs since 1983. Crocker's Cars has been in business for 31 years, offering quality used vehicles that meet your needs. With our experience and professionalism and no-hassle buying, customers really do come first here at Crocker's Cars. Crocker's Cars, where quality is the difference. Look us up on the web at crockerscars.com for a full line of inventory, or give us a call at 541-258-2175. 541-258-2175. Race fans, are you ready for the biggest, baddest, fastest street stock tour this side of the Mississippi River? The Road to the Iron Giant is coming to a racetrack near you.
8 different tracks that will test the best talent in the West on both dirt and asphalt. Don't miss the kickoff to the 2017 series on April 29th at the Bobby Morley Memorial at Sunset Speedway.
On May 20th, we prepare for the war at the southern border at Southern Oregon Speedway in White City.
Hold on to your lug nuts, race fans. June 3rd, the Street Stocks take on the Sportsman Division of Madger Speedway.
If that wasn't exciting enough, they're going to do it all again on June 10th in round number 2, the Street Stocks versus Sportsman at River City Speedway in St. Helens.
June 24th, we head to Cottage Grove Speedway to honor the memory of racing legend Mark Howard at the 11th Annual Mark Howard Memorial Wallbanger Cup in a 52-lap, $1,026 to win feature event.
July 29th, things get hot and heavy when the dirt cars invade the asphalt at Douglas County Speedway.
August 26th, a tidal wave of action hits Coos Bay Speedway as the best of the best battle at the beach.
September 3rd wraps up the action as the series championship gets settled at the second annual Iron Giant Championship night at Willamette Speedway in Lebanon. One driver walks away with the Iron Giant trophy and the title of Iron Man.
We'll sell you the whole seat,
But you'll only need the edge. Now, back to the Jetstream Aqua Massage Studio for more Northwest Dirt News live on Spreaker Radio. Final segment, kind of wrapping things up here for the next 25 minutes or so. I thought it was a great interview with Justin.
You know, and it just proves another one of the Northwest kids is going to the big time, going back east. I mean, we've got Brody Pompey back there already.
Yep.
Now he's heading back. You know, Billy Workman's back with Ron Hornaday.
Yep.
Now we've got Justin going back there. It's just putting the Northwest back on the map.
And there's so much talent here. We've talked about it 100 times on the show.
Well, it's not just the Northwest; it's the West Coast. I mean, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Casey Kane.
Well, you look at Jason Papich, who's
Jason
on the
Papich.
Lucas Oil Series and doing well. I mean, another guy that out of California who represents the West Coast.
Bobby Hogue.
We've seen all those guys.
Crafton, Toast.
That's the thing, is there's so much talent out here, but because we're so far away from the Mecca, the epicenter of motorsports, then not a lot of people looking out here for the next big star. It's a bummer deal.
It is. I mean, we've got some great talent. I mean, you look at the talent we have at Willamette Speedway. I mean, just Willamette Speedway in all the divisions. I mean, Colin Weinberger comes to mind. You look at
you got all these young guys. Rob Maya.
Jeremy Shank.
Yeah, there's another guy that right now could go run on one of those series and be a very competitive driver, if not contend for wins.
Trevor Glasser.
Then you look at Cottage Grove with the sprint car division, Patrick Dills. Roger Crockett's won races on the World of Outlaws. Right.
And you got all those guys. I mean,
just a ton of talent here in the Northwest.
Jesse Williamson.
In the modified ranks. I mean, there's just a wealth of talent.
If you think that you can come out to the Northwest and just walk away with a win, it's not going to be easy on you.
Unless you're Ken Schrader.
Unless or Kenny Wallace.
Well, Kenny Wallace hasn't come out yet. Ken Schrader has shown up and but that's a guy that races 120 times a year. That's a whole different ballgame.
That's true.
And rumor has it he might be here this season.
There we go with rumors again.
I don't believe rumors till I see
I thought we killed all the rumors with the last show.
That's what we try to do.
Well, you guys like to kill them. I like to start them.
Jeez.
Oh, my gosh.
I said rumor when I said it.
So what happened to Buzz? He just got up and cruised, man.
Well, I think when we started looking at the website, there's this family picture of Justin and Trish and John, and I think it scared him.
Yeah. He said, man, he goes, I'm out of here.
He's going to go cash in on one of those 3 haircuts he won.
Well, he did, too. His wife, Pam, put him in the box for this haircut, and he won 3 haircuts.
And I got the other one.
You did.
Yep.
That's funny.
Loaded.
No,
you'd think so, but it absolutely wasn't.
What really happened was he was sitting here listening to the show, and Pam sent him a text, hey,
dinner's ready.
The stew was getting cold,
Yes.
and he was bragging up her stew. So
and biscuits.
We'll have to throw it out there that if she ever wants to stop by the Jetstream Aqua Massage Studio with a crock pot of stew, hey, we'll let you, Pam, anytime you want.
Yeah, anytime.
And Pam, we'll even let you talk on the air too if you want.
Yeah, we need
don't go too far. There's certain people we probably don't want to put a mic in front of. She's one of them.
Here's the problem.
I'm not sure her filters would work.
Yeah.
Here's the problem though, is that's Pam.
That's the problem. It's Pam.
No. If she says I want to talk on the air, unless you want to walk away with 2 black eyes and a broken nose,
he's scared of a girl.
He is.
I'm not scared of a girl. I'm scared of Pam Mitchell.
Well, did you notice that when she said get home, Buzz got up and left?
Yeah. Have you also seen how many teeth Buzz is missing?
Yeah. She don't mess around.
You guys are brutal. I'd rather start rumors.
I love it. So, for those of you listening, we do have the Double Duty Motorsports link.
Can we change that?
On the,
I'm working on it right now.
It is posted on the Moxie Media Promotions Facebook page. We'll do what we can to, share that with you guys. And that's actually a really good website. Whoever did a great job for him.
Yep.
Good for the sponsors. Good for his career.
It's probably GoDaddy.
No, I don't think it's GoDaddy.
MSR, I think, did it.
I think I
Well, they
might
did a
have heard
good
mention
job.
of that. Yeah, they did.
They
Whoever
did a good
it.
job. So,
That's way cool. We need to get.
I
We need to get
thought-
something like that for Moxie.
well, we will. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah,
It's just
right
one thing at a time here. One thing at a time. I liked the conversation with Justin and some of the things he brought up. Another perspective on some of these rules. He's seen. That's
What
the
an
thing. He's
intelligent
already
young man.
Yeah, the tire rule. He brought up some valid points, and I do like the fact that he said, Hoosier's probably looking at putting a hole in the center of the block.
That's interesting. Yeah, it might be the remedy.
It could be, and we've seen guys do it with their groovers. Take just a little scoop out of the middle of the block to prevent it from chunking up. And
Yeah,
But that's the thing is that it's all going to depend on how the rules are written. And that's something that a question that crossed my mind when we were sitting there is, okay, blistering is in doing more research about the tire rule and doing, re-listening to what Jerry said last week about doing the no cut and what's that going to cause the tire to do? Well, Justin's right. It's going to blister. You're going to wear the edges off. You're not going to be able to get the heat out of the tire or into the tire, depending on what the edges are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start talking about heat and all that other fun stuff, dimpling the tire like that, like the sprint car guys do, I never even thought about that.
Well, we've seen other late model guys do it, and it does work to an extent, depending on obviously track conditions and stuff. But
So is that we're on a no cut rule for no grooving. What about dimpling?
I think that would go under a cut or a groove
if it
rule.
doesn't say you can.
you can't.
Maybe we need to.
So, well, and that's the thing. Jerry said, "Hey, look, this is not." In Jerry's words, where this is not set in stone. We're going to look at it. We're going to observe the rules, see what it does, and if it gets to a point where it's creating an issue, we'll say, "Have at it, cut them out."
Well, and that's where, Justin was the first thing he said is it's not set in stone.
Right, and that was a good thing for Jerry to
That's
put
the
out
key.
there.
That's
and
the key to this whole thing.
It is.
It
It
is.
really is.
Exactly.
So we're just going to have to trial and error and see what happens. That's all. We can sit here and speculate all we want.
Well, and we'll see. It'll prove what it's going to do here. And
We'll
hopefully
know
Saturday
by
night.
June.
Oh yeah.
We'll know by the
Absolutely.
middle of June.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we find out a little bit this weekend.
One thing that Justin didn't bring up on the show tonight, part of the conversation we had last night, was he was talking small block tires versus the big block tires. And he mentioned he likes the smaller block tires because they simply have more edges. They don't take the edges off as fast. You've got more to work with as a tire. And then he talked about, having the no cut, no sight, or the no cut deal on the rear and having tires you can use up front that have been cut, and how that changes the attitude of a race car. And he brought up some really interesting points by talking about how you can put those tires up front and what it does. And I'm going, okay, this is something and I should have brought it up, but with all the stuff that was going on, I didn't. I left it where it was. But I learned a lot talking with him and getting his perspective from the driver's seat.
When you start talking, like I've talked about before, is the point of racing is taking the horsepower that you're creating on the crankshaft and the engine and putting it to the ground. Well, Justin's one of those guys, and he thinks like I do. I've spent time talking shocks with Justin, talking tires, talking setup, been up to the JDR shop and played with the oil and stuff. And I'll tell you what, you want to talk about a guy who is all about finding that extra 100th in the shock? That's Justin. Mm-hmm. And he is, because being a good shock guy, and those guys are, I'll tell you what, I know they know so much about shocks, it's scary. They've gone to schools for shocks with the Olins by JDR. It's insane. But those guys, the shock means nothing if you don't know what tire you're working with, what compound you're working with. I've seen it with the late models, because a lot of the late models, they're running on that LM40 tire, or they're running on a different tire. They're not running on a hard D55. They're running on a softer compound. So you have to adjust your shocks accordingly, and that's where a lot of the shock guys are out in the Midwest. They're not back here. Out here, we're running D55s most of the time, or all the time, really. So at that point, they understand the D55s, how it works, and then transferring that into the shock, it just makes sense.
Shock knowledge is priceless.
Corey is shocked.
And it's priceless, and they're an art form. Do you get a guy that understands shocks?
It takes putting it all together.
It does.
Line.
But
It does.
You get a guy that really understands shocks,